We're live. We're live right now, though.
Oh, fantastic!
Oh, we gotta show people the intro that you worked on.
Oh yeah. Wait, let's start again.
We're doing it again. Bam!
Step right up to the grim dark scene where miniatures need painting, know what I mean? Brushes dancing, those paints are flying. You might look bad, but we're really trying.
Bam! It's such a sudden stop.
Bam! Oh, sudden start, sudden stop. That's literally what we do.
That's true. Seth, welcome. The stream was hidden behind quality control.
Yeah, you know what? Only I will start a stream when Seth tells me to.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's a residual frontline contract, right? From Signals.
Yeah, that was the unfortunate long-standing rule that was required from me. That I've
you can only start when Seth says so.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So I cut my commute in half with my one simple hack.
Nice.
Yeah. But aside from that,
are you allowed to do that? Is this something you're allowed to do?
Yeah. So people are we're tracking badge scans to make sure people are going into the office, but we're not actually tracking how long they're there for. So I just have to show my face twice out of 3 times a week. So as long as I can do that, it turns like a 2-hour commute into a 1-hour commute. So I will fight tooth and nail to get a 1-hour commute.
Literally.
Literally. I will fight someone.
I will fight you. If you're in my way, I will kill you.
Yes. Nice. But no. It's my wife's birthday next week. On Friday, which is,
Oh, but you're gonna be gone for LVO though.
Yeah, I'll be in Vegas for it, so jeez.
Oh, John.
Well, plus side it's been a while, so she doesn't actually like me anymore. Why am I painting up here? So yeah, I went and got a little gift today.
Good for you, buddy.
Yeah, look at me. Yeah. What about you, Dickie? What's your week been like?
It was pretty chill. Kind of it's the aftermath of Christmas. Today I cleaned up the basement from the unbelievable mess that we left it in. We put our tree downstairs, so I kind of went down there and I looked around and I saw the boxes everywhere. I'm like, Jesus, we need to do something about this. So yeah.
More boring grown-up talk here, but my new house doesn't have a crawl space. My old house did, so I don't actually have any storage anymore.
Yeah, that's I was promised Danny. Well, Danny doesn't know time zones and decided that he would rather not, I guess, and rather do
no. He thought we were going earlier in the day. When, like I said, on Saturdays I get the fun of looking after our 5-year-old. And as much fun I could probably stream with my 5-year-old here, but he would be a background actor at all times. He's in the asking 8,000 questions a minute stage.
Oh, I love that stage.
Yeah. And then obsessed with Minecraft. So there's that. He yearns for the mines, Dickie.
He yearns for the mines. Oh.
But it's heartbreaking because little dude is quite imaginative, I believe, but he has ideas in his head about what he wants to build and what he wants to do, but he doesn't actually have the skills to do it.
Yeah.
And then he got upset and cried about it the other day. So we had to stop him playing by himself because we didn't want him to get upset.
That's funny. My kid is the same way. We play Mario Party on the Switch, and she's always mad with me because I always win.
Tell her get good.
I did. I said, yeah, you gotta put years of doing nothing with your life in, and you can get this good too.
You know how many weeks I wasted? I did that with Gran Turismo. I was playing Gran Turismo 7.
Yeah.
The kid was like, "Oh, how come you're good at this?" I'm like, "Because I didn't do anything from 2022 in Gran Turismo 2." That was my weekends. Some of my happiest memories, though, to be fair, was I was in an apartment with 4 other guys, and there was just a Friday, where we took turns doing an endurance race. So it was like 12 hours, and we just handed off the controller every hour and a half to each other.
That's so funny.
It was a good time.
What is everyone at West? Seth, what are you doing? What's going on, Seth? What are you doing?
Seth, I did cave to the community pressure and used a wet palette because I was like, fine, whatever.
Plastic bag. That was like so good. And you had a wet palette just sitting
but
right.
99% of my models have been painted with a plastic bag.
And that's a wet ass palette right there.
That is a wet ass palette.
That's a deep cut.
It's an old reference. Maybe we just we got to make wet ass palettes.
We should make wet ass palettes.
This is just merch ideas episode. The other thing is, like I said, I got to come up with a bingo card for LVO. That's my big to do this week. Of player types and situations I'm going to run across in the mid to low tables. Oh no, like there's so many things I can think of, but they all just seem like free spaces because I'm going to.
Yeah.
Like, his only event, only time he's played Warhammer this year. Going to run into a couple of those, I think.
Yeah, that's pretty normal, right?
Yeah. Army on wrong base size, but
Army on wrong base. That happens with like Tyranid Warriors a lot, I find. Yeah.
Scouts aren't on 28s. I'll just call Judge right over.
Seth says he's finishing 6 more Breaker Boys. He did some real work, which I don't know what that means. And
breaking birds.
Breaking them. And then tried out a new game, Lamp Lighter League.
Lamp Lighter League?
I have not played Lamp Lighter League.
A lot of alliteration. There's a game on the PSN network I want to get for my PlayStation. It's on sale right now.
What game is it?
It's called Squirrel with a Gun.
Okay.
And it looks amazing. Reminiscent of Goat Simulator.
Well, you do like Goat Simulator.
But you're a squirrel with a gun. And everything is like sized correctly. And you have to use the recoil in the gun to solve some jumping puzzles. Like you use it to jump higher because you're a squirrel. And that appeals to me a little bit. Also, like the kill animations for like the shotgun for a person is very funny.
Okay. I've been playing Marvel Rivals a lot.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
How is that? That's just Overwatch with
it
right?
is a fantastic clone of Overwatch. It's better than actually Overwatch 2. It's been a lot of fun, and I'm terrible at shooting games. Mm-hmm. This one has just enough bullshit that you don't have to be super good at it. So that's
oh, fantastic. Who's your main? Who do you go for?
I'm digging Logan or digging Wolverine. Okay. I love playing Spider-Man, but I'm awful at him because he's so fast. So yeah, it's I don't know, man. For me, I just need to be flashed, and Jeff is.
I'm sorry, you have to be flashed.
I have to. No, I have to be like entertained by like the flashiness of it.
Oh.
But
there's no Doctor Strange in it then.
No, Doctor Strange is like I'm not a tank guy.
Tank?
Yeah, he's a tank. Yeah, he's like
Logan's not.
Logan's like an assassin kind of disruptor guy. So yeah.
Healing factor and claws don't go as far as they used to, huh?
He mulches tanks though, because when he powers up, he does more damage to high health targets. So obviously, tanks don't last very long against him.
Yeah,
but it's been a blast. It's been a blast. It's been the most excited about a like a
game
type game.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jen downvoting people. Jeff is hilarious. So Jeff, the land shark, is a superhero shark with paws.
Of course.
He is a healer or a strategist, and his big move is he goes under the ground and he eats everyone in a certain area, and then he spits them off the board and kills them.
Seems like a dick move. Like that seems wasteful.
He is very wasteful.
Like, are you gonna eat me? No, I'm just gonna chew you up and spit you.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe, the average Marvel superhero probably doesn't have a great diet.
Really? I would
Probably
think
tastes bad.
they're pretty yoked up.
They are, but how much does Logan drink?
Oh, he's got a badass liver, I bet.
Oh yeah.
Thank goodness for his healing factor.
That's why he wouldn't bleed if he didn't drink so much, just because his liver is taking up 80% of his healing factor at any given time.
That's right. Yeah.
No, that's when exploring around my area this week as well, just sort of driving around.
That's cool.
Being, where stuff at. It was funny. Traffic was so bad on Tuesday, it rerouted me through a bunch of little towns, and I like to call it my tour of places I should have bought a house at.
Yeah.
Because they were just much closer.
Oh dear.
That's okay. If I did that, then my wife would have exactly the same complaints I had because she works 20 minutes away south.
Well, happy wife and all that.
So we have to, have a happy medium. This Lancer kit, by the way, it was incredibly satisfying to put together.
Yeah.
All plastic. But these pistons right here, these are separate parts. So this part is separate from this, so you can pose and pull out and kind of adjust.
Mm-hmm.
And same thing right here, so that you can change the angle of the legs if you want to. I don't have time for that. Who does? But no, very, very satisfying build.
Okay. I can honestly say I've never built a Lancer before.
I had a very legitimate brittle resin one, which did not survive.
I've just finished building the lower groin area of the Demon Prince.
The lower groin is the most important part of the Demon Prince.
It was kind of finicky to put together.
Where the seeds of Quennell. I remember that actually for that one of
you have to kind of put it in a weird spot, yeah.
Yeah. Do you think we're going too far to try and foil 3D printers by just having god awful assembly steps?
Oh, do you think they already have a fulcrum?
Oh, guaranteed.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that is crazy to me.
I'm surprised he's not being misshipped to someone instead of a halfling. As is the way for GW products to get out there in the wild. That Lord of Poxes, man. That's just, how do you continue to make these mistakes?
I don't know. I'm surprised they didn't put an article out actually revealing him.
Well, you got to think Death Guard's pretty soon then.
Yeah, well, or not. Isn't the old Karn the Betrayer was the model was completed and out years before he was released?
And there's other models that are just sitting
in cabinets, much
in
like
cabinets.
that big hand knight they found.
I still have him in my garage.
Kill me.
I have a bunch of Bretonians, but yeah, he has hands like the dude from RoboCop at the end when he gets amped up.
Kill me.
Or he has no. Well, actually, it's fitting because the royal, the Prince of the King Charles sausage fingers. That's the joke, right? He has sausage fingers.
Yes, it's very much sausage.
So that Bretonian lord is inbred real royalty.
With the real story, yeah. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
When Canada becomes the 51st state, are you going to join Team America?
That would be interesting. What happened there? I guess if we were considered a country before, the rule officially is if I played for, or if I coached or played for a country before, I wouldn't be able to play for another country. But what if they just take us over? What is
the WTC's rules on
aggressive takeovers?
Oh, Kim, welcome. Yeah. Oh, Dickie, I fell down such a dark TikTok rabbit hole yesterday. I shared with the Pacific Northwest community. Have you heard? This is the perfect place to talk about it because we can't talk about it on the actual show about reborn dolls.
No.
Or reborn babies.
Oh no.
So reborn babies are you know how you can get a real doll sex doll to replace a woman.
Yeah.
What if
immediately demonetized channel? Yep, go ahead.
what if there was a series of dolls of very creepily lifelike infants and newborns, and there was a cottage industry of women pretending they're real babies and going out in public with them.
Oh dear.
What if I spent an hour and a half last night following one woman's journey?
Oh man.
It was, yeah, it was confusing. And then I was like, well, I wonder. I think the most disturbing part was I watched a video from a company that was making the dolls. And when they were installing the eyelashes, which just looks like they're stabbing a baby in the eyes like thousands of times. And I'm like, that's too much. Do that before you put the paint on.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a large portion of my night last night. And I had to share the evil with everyone. And then I found out, do you know how much a reborn baby is?
Oh God, thousands of dollars. I would imagine.
$60.
What?
So it's the perfect Christmas gift.
No, it's off-putting.
Of just, could you imagine? Like, hey, John sent you a Christmas gift. You open it in front of your family, and it's just a lifelike 12-inch silicone baby.
Yeah, I could not imagine that. I'm gonna be honest, John.
I think I finally found something next year to top the present I got for Danny this year for Christmas.
Do you think you would just throw it out immediately because it's so creepy?
I don't. It's really creepy. It's really creepy. And then the worst part is in the videos, she does like face cam on holding the baby, so like you can see that she keeps on moving it like it's fussing. But Dickie, you've handled an actual child.
Yeah.
The way she handles it makes me afraid she's going to break the doll.
She's rough with it?
Rough with it.
Really?
Very fussy. Yeah, she goes to like Kroger's and Albertsons and buys like hundreds of dollars of baby clothes. They have a specific room set up for the baby.
Okay, maybe I just let this conversation die, but I do have questions.
No. There's so many questions that arise from this.
Okay, so is it because she can't have children of her own?
I don't know. She does have 2 service dogs.
Okay.
And she will not elaborate on what the dogs are for, but they are each for different reasons.
Okay, it's like stress maybe, or maybe she's a crazy person, or
Well, whatever gives you that idea. Someone
the plastic baby
likes to pretend plastic baby's a real baby.
I think our audience is fidgeting at the moment. This conversation.
They should sell them in Texas. Don't need to. There's a surplus of actual ones. Moving on. Yeah. So yeah, LVO. I'm very excited for it.
Yeah, I'm excited for you to go. I'm excited to hear the stories of your valiant victories and losses.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, there's going to be no valiant victories. There's going to be people. My victories are going to be against people who are like telling me that, oh, you know, well, you only win because the dice were better. Or it's not fair to just take knights to an event like this because I just brought my all bolt gun Raven Guard. You know,
the narrative, the narrative competitive players. You mean?
It's who populates the tables I go to. I don't play often enough to be better. And yeah, I'm very excited to see everyone down there.
Yeah.
And
so Danny's not going?
Nope. Danny's not going. I'm meeting up with a guy, Tim, who used to be up in Alaska, and now he's in North Carolina. I was going to go with Nick, executive producer, superstar extraordinaire Nick Horton. However, he lives near Los Angeles, and there's a couple other things that came up.
Oh, there's a fire.
There's a small fire.
I don't know if that's small. It actually looks quite large.
Quite large. Yep. So he is, obviously taking care of things there. And so, yeah, luckily Tim was able to step in because I was going to be really just me by my lonesome. So we'll see how it goes. Tim is very competitive, though.
Is he?
Yeah. So we'll see how it goes.
Well, everyone has their own journey, brother.
He took pictures of board state in secret to show the judge that this person was moving models. I'm like, buddy, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, well, people suck, buddy.
Well, it's just LVO is like the weirdest event because by all definitions, I think it's one of the most casual events in the world.
Yeah.
Doesn't really have the draw anymore because when they change scoring and BCP, all the big players are like, well, I don't have to go here anymore, you know?
Yeah, that wasn't this weekend the Nottingham Super Major as well.
I think so.
Yeah, there's a ton. Like, if you live in the UK, man,
they've really exploded with their events.
You have so many great events. Like, you should be just so happy.
Anyone LA will likely to be outies for a minute. Yeah. Oh, you know, life is burning down around him, so I get it.
This seems to happen a lot there, though, right?
Yeah. Well, it's all of the sin, and it's God teaching his lessons.
It's all of the sin,
right?
Well, I don't know.
I mean, that's what you were saying to me off air. Was like about the hedonism. No.
As not a member of the 51st state at this moment.
You know the craziest thing about that?
Yeah.
Is it completely ignores all of the different regions. There's like what provinces?
We have lots of provinces. Yeah.
Yeah. I saw an interview with Trudeau, which I found really funny because they asked him, "Hey, did Trump actually say to be the 51st state?" And he was like, "Well, yeah, but then we offered to take a couple states off of his hands, and he didn't find it funny anymore, so he stopped."
It's I guess from a Canadian point of view, we're just kind of
ignoring him and hoping it goes away.
We ignoring him.
Yeah.
Which I guess is the thing to do.
Dude, it's just crazy.
It is a silly thing.
Very silly place. I was really hoping the silliness wouldn't start. But it did.
Oh, I for one am excited for all the silliness. I like from the outside looking in.
You're like that gif of the guy with the deck chair just walking up in the side.
Oh, dude, like, yeah. Oh, it's like, and it's funny because we were in the States, my wife and I and my daughter. We had to get our Nexus passes, which is really funny.
Mm-hmm.
So you go in this interview, and they basically it's just a speedier way to get in between our countries. And I made a joke, which was in hindsight.
You never make a joke with immigration. They don't like it. Trust me, I know from experience.
Yeah. Well, I figured I was safe because they finished the interview, and I was like, "Oh, I don't know why I'll need this. You guys are gonna take us over anyway." And everyone just looked at me, and I was like, "Whoops."
Your wife just shooting you death stares?
Yeah, my wife's like, "What are you doing?"
Man, nothing's going to happen. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, I'm not overly concerned about it. No.
But no. So yeah. 3 more days of work. And then hopefully I took a list that I can pilot with my eyes closed.
Well, based on the last time you talked to me about rules, you're definitely gonna have to read your book, sadly.
Yeah, that's what the flight's for. I'm gonna read the rules.
Great.
I do just have the 3 data sheets this time, as opposed to the 4 I had last time. Did I have 4? What did I have? 1, 2, 3. 4.
You had 4, but you got them wrong apparently.
I got all of them wrong, quite significantly. I got brigands hitting on 3s for 5 rounds.
Right.
There's
which is impressive, really.
It's impressive. Like to go 5 rounds like that. Of course, my opponent's like, sure, sounds perfect. Yeah, on you go.
You hit on 3s, perfect.
They're okay with that scenario.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I got that wrong. I don't think I'll get that wrong anymore. Yeah, I just need to go over my Lancer rules and be cool.
Happy Guard Day, by the way.
I saw that. What do you think of that Guard? They came out, little goon hammer, little gooning went on this afternoon with Guard.
Yeah, so I didn't necessarily read any of the Goonhammer articles. I did, however, watch the Art of War 2 hour while I was kind of out and about today. And
2 hours.
they did 2 hours and 10 minutes of just all guard. John Lennon and Richard Thiegler were doing that.
And what is it? Trash or good?
They think it's quite good. They actually, oddly enough, because the Grotmist detachment is part of it, but it's not written in the book, which is a bit confusing, I guess. For a person just grabbing the codex and like wanting to play the game and then going, oh, there's a whole new detachment that I don't know exists. It's pretty interesting.
Well, to be fair, this has never been a beginner-friendly hobby.
It will never be a beginner.
Like I went into a store in South Tacoma today, and there just some random went up to the counter looking for. I was like, "Do you have any of the mission cards, like at all?" And he's just like, "Nah."
Well, I got it delivered, coming to you, buddy.
It wasn't me. I was going to sit there like, you got to know people. Who do you know? No one. That's right.
Yeah.
I wonder how quickly you get cease and desisted for selling your own copies of the cards.
But is it? Can you even cease and desist it if it
was no longer available?
Yeah. That's I think where I draw the line on 3D printed stuff. Like if I can't go buy it, like at what point is it? Yeah. I guess.
This is why we need Danny here to tell us we're stupid and it's still
it's probably completely wrong and we shouldn't be thinking like this, but it's so true.
We've got to wait until he moves to the world of being a defense attorney. So he's more okay with nefarious things.
Well, he's pretty okay with nefarious things at the moment anyway, so. All right, we have 2 legs, not feet, legs.
Oh, switch on over. Show me them pins.
He's just so I got his loincloth on here.
Nice.
So his unfortunately he's got a giant hole in his upper pec/neck area.
Giggity.
But yeah, he's coming together. He's actually quite small.
He is, right?
Yeah.
Surprisingly so. Like I think you're just paying for the options more than anything else. Because there's a lot of variety.
There is a lot of variety, yes. Here, I'll try to add my scene in.
Doing it live.
Well, we're kind of haphazardly doing this, so.
Yeah. But at least in this one, we admit that we're haphazardly doing this.
Yeah. Yeah. I think
as opposed to the other ones where we just sort of pretend that we're professional about it.
We're just here for a chat, a good time.
And to hold me accountable to get this stupid fucker done in a week.
Yes, we're also doing that.
Oh, I ordered a new, people use those rolling carts at tournaments?
Oh, yeah, I have one.
Yeah, but they're like impossible to ship.
Okay.
Pretty big, right? I found a hairdresser's folding side table.
Oh.
For like $40. It tripods down into like a hopefully it'll fit in a bag. It's gonna get here tomorrow. I'm gonna find out. And yeah, it rolls around with 3 little wheels, 40-inch top. And hopefully should fit in a suitcase. I'm quite hopeful.
Okay.
Because like I said, I love that little tray. But I'm also flying Frontier back, and I don't want to pay $8,000 in baggage.
Yeah,
which I believe is their go-to.
They can't. The Seth said I listened to the Art of War. I listened to it as well, Seth. I didn't notice that their camera was out of focus the entire time. Oh, that would Simon or Val would have
trade secrets.
Trade secret. He would have literally messaged them immediately and gave them the most amount of shit.
One of the funnest things, Seth, you'll remember this too, was at LVO. And Val noticed the GW AOS stream was ajar and out of focus. We heard about that for 2 days.
2 days, yeah.
Pretty consistently.
Yeah, that
like some audio quality or video quality.
Audio.
So are we destined for new guard overlords then, or is this like cheeseburger pool?
I think. Well, it didn't seem like there was a lot of changes, so I think guard is going to be guard. Like they still do the order system.
Mm-hmm.
I think the only thing is just the different detachments that you're going to have to look out for.
Well, yeah. What do you think about the loss of genericism? Like the generic units are gone, right? It has to be either Cadian or Valhallan or Valhallan, Catachan.
Yeah, there is Catachan. I'm okay with it because it's very similar to how like Space Marines are like you kind of add the flavor to them, right? By the paint. So I'm okay with it.
What's that? One of the sneaky stealth detachment where you can just put a bunch of bastards in the center of the table.
Yeah. Well, there's the one that I was most interested in. I don't know if it has any power, but it's the transport one. Basically, transports like Torox. I was wondering if a Valkyrie is a transport keyword. I think it does. But you have like sneaky things like you can get back into it if someone like charges you and stuff.
What about some of those enormous Forge World transports?
Well, they do exclude Titanic, sadly. Those sneaky buggers learn.
Where's the fun in that?
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Right. I think.
Oh, I get to add a tail. We're at the tail stage. Exciting.
I think we're got a gold up around the feet.
I have to say, John, I hate building models.
Why?
I don't know. I don't enjoy it, and this is forcing me to do it.
Good.
Yeah.
Because commission work is expensive.
Oh, I don't think I would ever commission. I would just really do a haphazard job.
I talked to my wife once about like, I might get this commission. She's like, "What's that mean?" And I'm like, "I'm going to pay someone to paint it and build it for me." And she's like, "Then why would you get it?"
It is a weird concept for
fair point.
Yeah, because you're literally taking the hobby away. Like you're just
the ultimate.
I just want this done. Is that possible?
Social pressure. Yeah. Social pressure is the way.
I do know some people that.
Well, Vanilla, right? He hates that part.
Anthony, I assume he does. Yeah, I know Val's not a huge fan of it either, so he generally commissions his stuff as well.
Just a real like power move to be like, I'm going to pay for someone to do this for me.
Do what you're good at, I guess.
Well, this is just part of the enjoyment per hour ratio I gotta use for Warhammer nowadays. Yeah, this $200, but you know,
it's all about I think it's the pride of like doing it sometimes. Like for me,
yeah. And also when people come up to you and be like, "Man, that's beautiful, your army." "Oh, thank you. What did you do?" "Oh, I don't know. I didn't paint it."
Yeah, I didn't paint it. Sorry.
Yeah. And then you get like the tryhards in the hobby track challenge who are like, he shouldn't get hobby because he paid someone else to do it. Which, okay. Dickie, should you get disqualified from a hobby track if you have a commission painted army?
Oh, that's a dicey question. Okay, so there's definitely a value in the money. You're just paying to win at that point, right? Because you just get like some.
Aren't you doing that for a lot of competitive play anyway?
Well, but it's hard, right? Everyone has access to the same rules and regulations. They could get a commission painter as well. I don't know. I think there should be two separate.
Would you? So. Are we going for
the paid version and the like I did it myself version?
The best commissioned army prize.
Yeah.
I want to thank my mid-level corporate job that allowed me to get this army.
Yeah. Right.
Oh man. No, I'm for it.
A lot of people are ragging on Val for buying painted. Yes, Val loves buying painted models. I have officially witnessed him paint his own models, though, so he doesn't do it all the time.
No,
doesn't do it all the time.
The tail of my cat keeps shoving in my face. I don't know if that's code for something. This time to make the internet sad with my painting techniques again, Dickie.
Why? What'd you do now?
It's null oil time.
Oh, that's a valid technique, isn't it?
This fucker's gonna drown.
Oh. Do you lighten up the nun? Oh, right out of the pot, huh?
Right at the pop.
Oh.
Yeah. Get mad, internet.
Get mad.
Especially because this is just going on the spray lead belcher, which has like a weird. It doesn't quite stick the same.
Yeah.
So we go back and clean it up after. But
I've been a big proponent of oil washes.
I've seen more and more of those.
Yeah. I've been really digging on it actually.
Yeah.
All right.
I just can't be bothered with all the extra steps.
I've officially moved on to the second page.
Ooh. I'm going to say this Lancer kit, the instructions not the clearest.
Oh no.
Only 4 pages. Like the Forge World of Plastic kits.
Well, I have to skip page 2 because it's all AOS.
Oh.
Yep.
If you use any of those build instructions, you get to take a double turn.
Do you? Is that true? That would be incredible.
You're like, no, thank you.
Oh, that's a really cool. I really do like the spiky back.
This is the technique that got him in Warhammer community. Actually, no, null oil drowning did not get Angron on. That was actually me trying. So, not just trying to get this model done in like 4 days.
Me trying.
Yeah, no, Angron was well, it all came from wanting to do him flesh colored and just make him look like an angry sunburnt Mangron. That was the whole joke behind it. But what I think really made it great was I used an old discontinued color called Bloodletter Glaze. And that really made the skin look very angry. And then I used gloss varnish on his abs, which and chest, but I used it in a way that looks like he just slathered himself in baby oil. But then stupidly, I put the armor plates on top of that, so you don't really see that. But I know underneath he's just angrily rubbing himself with baby oil. Oh, and also I didn't paint the rim. Yeah, that's the biggest hobby regret ever.
Yeah.
It's my gangbusters. I'll never live it down.
That's a deep cut.
Yeah. I was you've heard of gangbusters, right, Dickie? My little claim to fame that just never dies for that poor guy.
No. Gangbusters?
So yeah, back in the old ITC days, gangbusters was a secondary you could choose.
Okay.
I was taking a Nurgle army. It was all pretty much just plague bearers and Nurglings. It was a really fun army to play. So it was like 100 models just didn't die. But when an opponent saw my army, he got really excited about it. And he looked at me and he was like, "Oh, I'm taking gangbusters." I'm like, "Okay, sure." And then turn 1, he killed like a whole bunch of Nurglings, and he was like, "Yep, I maxed out gangbusters." Like, "Bud, you can't get gangbusters on swarms."
Oh no.
And he was like, "What?" And then he called over a judge. He was like going like, "Yeah, he hid this from me. He did that." I was like, "But I don't like, I told you probably not to take that one." And then so he played the entire game essentially 15 points down because he couldn't score the secondary he chose. And he threw a chair after I beat him.
That is so funny.
Yeah, good old Randall. He laughs about it now, but yeah, that was in like
he laughs about it now.
That was like 7th or something like that. But like the thing is, he was doing an army. I had like 90 of like 3 units of like 30 plague bearers, and then the rest was just Nurglings. He had 6 Eldar flyers.
Oh, so that was that list.
There was that list, right? So it was like a shitty net list. And it was just 2 armies that couldn't really interact against each other.
Yeah.
So I just had to score and just not die right away.
Yeah.
And that's I did. I managed to give it. Yeah, he threw a chair across the room, which was very funny.
Man, I think the worst I've done is throw dice at people, but just like tossing them at people. But
You,
that is a different level of
you
aggression.
had to go outside and cool down. So
But when he laughs about it now, do you see that he twitches a bit? Like he's like he kind of laughs. He's like,
so
ah!
yeah, there was a bit because of course, like when I see a reaction like that, next time, next round, yeah, going up to him like, hey man, I'm gonna take gangbusters. Like he's got these, and you're like, fuck off. I'm like, okay. Because yeah, essentially, I mean, you can be upset about it, but we're playing with little plastic space dolls. You made a little mistake.
Yeah.
Oh no, you're not gonna win this 26-man GT. Whatever will you do? Well, what are you gonna tell your family?
I took gangbusters, but I kinda took it, and he just let me.
What was it? No, it's that Simpsons meme with the oh honey, you should have seen me today. No, I almost got it, but oh, you should have seen me. Good old Gil.
Gil loves to talk about it. I think Gil's the best.
Dude,
I've been watching a lot of like Conan interviews and stuff, and he always talks about he has very fond memories of
his time on The
his
Simpsons.
time on The Simpsons and the monorail and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And it's been really interesting to listen to.
It's been fun going back and actually watching old Simpsons. Thank you, Disney Corporation, for putting them on there. Should have done those gold up.
I did not let this. So Seth is blaming me for making him work on a stream. And Seth, you took a really long nap in the green room. So listen, let's not get out of hand. And also, it wasn't me that made you do it. It's your own. You wanted to do it.
Was he talking about LVO?
Yes, he's
Where I kept finding him
blaming.
asleep on the green room couch.
Yes.
Yeah, that was Dickie's couch. That was his Val recovery area that you just took from him.
I don't think I slept a lot there. The only frustration is my key card kept breaking, and I had a Canadian. I call it a Canadian break when I can't be nice anymore. So I went to the front desk and I was like, "Can we please get this fucking key to stop breaking?" Because I was literally I don't know how long I was streaming for. It felt like forever.
Yeah.
And I was like wandering back to the room. Oh, you know what it was? So miniature, was it the miniature painter and Ninjon?
Oh yeah. They did that thing.
They were doing the podcast, and
Yeah.
I looked at Val and I said, "Man, I need to go. I'm done." Because we just finished I think we just finished the shadow round, maybe.
Yeah. It was a long ass day.
Oh, it was brutal, dude. And Val was like, "Yeah, man, no problem." And I was walking back in the goddamn room. I walked all the way to the room, which is a hike, of course. It's in a goddamn hotel, so you get lost 3 times trying to find it too.
Yep.
And then I get there and the room key's not working. And I look around, there's no one anywhere close to me. So I just go, start wander back down. So I broke.
You're like, look, I'm from Utah, so this is acceptable.
For about what I'm about to do to you.
For what I'm about to do.
The person was like, "I'm so sorry," and I go, "Thank you. Can we just?"
Like, I don't need your apology. I need a fucking working room key.
Yeah, if we could just get this fucking thing working.
God, I hate that. I've missed so many gold parts. It's okay. Next time we'll get it next time around.
Next gold part, go. All right, it was a bit confusing, but I've gotten one foot on, so we're moving on to his second foot. This is the rock foot. This is
what feet did you choose? Don't you get a foot choice?
Got
a foot choice.
Oh, there is foot choice.
Yeah.
I went hooves.
Hooves? Yeah. Classic.
But now I'm looking at them and I'm like, oh, should I have went not hoops? Could you do double? Could you do one hoof, one not?
That seems chaotical. Whatever you're doing,
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. I bet he would walk with a limp, like a little Kaiser Sose action.
I'd walk like a limp. Okay. Can I make? Okay, here's the first question. Can I make the hooved one and also the clawed one so I can look at it?
So maybe you should magnetize the feet.
Oh, it looks like I can. It looks like they're separate feet.
Ew.
Okay, so there's 11 of you crazy people watching this.
Why?
Do I go hoof foot or do I go both hoof?
If only we had set up a poll option on this.
We didn't. You're just gonna have to type in 10 minutes, I guess, or whatever the
delay is.
Yeah.
I don't know how shitty's your internet tonight.
It's pretty good. My internet's generally rocking.
Oh.
Generally rocking.
Damn Canadians.
What? Only feet. Yeah, this is not. No, it's only hands, not only feet. I'm just asking you about feet. Ugh.
Yeah, usual suspects reference. You got that right.
Both hoof. Josh says both hoof. I like
Josh Neal.
I like the voice of Dickie in the background. Wow. Well, unlike my wife, you would.
What is the voice of Dickie in the background?
Is it just me talking? Is that it?
Maybe, yeah.
No.
You don't talk enough, apparently.
That my wife would disagree with that. We got downvoting people double hoof.
Double hoof.
No one's Dickie is feet curious. I'm a bit and then Seth says always mixed feet. But one Seth vote is really not a full vote, right? It's like a quarter of a vote usually.
There's a really bad joke you can make. He does live in the South, but yeah, it's about a quarter of a vote. Yeah.
Okay. So Seth, unfortunately, we have two hooves are beating the always mixed.
Yeah.
Only 10 viewers. Apparently, my question has taken someone out of.
Dude, yeah, they're like, I didn't come here to make choices on your model.
Yeah.
Like I'm not your bitch.
Not your bitch. Okay, I'll do the hoof, I guess. We'll do double hoof. I'll do double hoof. Joel? Oh, Joel says mixed. Joel is a full vote.
He is a full vote, and I think he gives us money as well, which I think
no.
means yeah. Gives him more say.
Get on a stick. Okay. So with the Seth's quarter percentage here. And,
his bonus point.
Yeah. His bonus point. And Joel, it could be in the lead right now.
So what are the options? You have hoof and what?
Hoof and it's like a talon-y, like dragon foot almost thing.
Yeah. Fuck that. You're not doing Zinj. Get that talon out of here.
But this is remember, I don't remember if I hit the play button before we talked about this because but this is going to be a dual purpose kit for me. This is going to be an Emperor's Children as well as World Eater Demon Prince.
No, Zinchian Demon Prince.
Definitely not Zinchian.
Get that bird shit out of here.
Okay, all right.
No one cares about birds.
Hoof and mouth disease.
Oh, bad memories. Yeah.
Say no to chaos. What?
When I was a young boy, my father. No.
Sounds like a song.
Yeah. When I first emigrated to the U.S., I had to wait like 3 months until I got my work permit, so I couldn't work.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I want to buy shit. I want to do things. So I try to, donate some blood, as you do.
To make money?
Make some cash. Make some great cash. I'm not allowed to because I'm from the UK during the time where they had foot and mouth disease.
They did have foot and mouth disease?
Yeah. Which, the smell of the field. Because we lived in the country. Still haunts me.
The smell of the fields.
Yeah, dude, they burned all of the cows.
Mad cow disease, baby.
Yeah. It wasn't sane cow disease. They were straight up mad.
Okay. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the hoop section together because you can actually do both. Wow. I'm very impressed, GW, that you can do both. I'm going to put the hoof on. Just by positional, and I'm going to get a good look at it and see.
I like that we degraded to foot stuff really quickly. Last week we're doing a hobby stream.
Yeah.
And then we're doing only hands. And now we've degraded to foot stuff.
Well, I mean, you guys are helping me build a legend.
What's his true name? So I can dispel him as soon as you field him against me.
I'm not going to tell you that.
Oh, shit.
I'm not dumb.
Oh, you were. My first mistake.
Pretty dumb. I'm not that dumb. The Rock seems to be giving me trouble.
Like Dwayne The Rock Johnson?
Yes.
Grip Shadow, I did start to sing Black Parade, and I knew everyone would leave, so that's why I stopped. Yeah, and then Americans don't like European blood. It's
known fact.
Known fact. Part of the Constitution. When I get deported, it's going to
really?
be
It's part of the Constitution.
When I get deported, it's going to be because I was in the UK between 93 and 96.
Oh, it's gonna be really sad when you get deported because we're gonna be taken over, so we'll be part of the same country then.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it's fine. They're just going to invade everywhere. That's how you solve illegal immigration. If you just take over all the countries, no one's an immigrant anymore. So the problem's solved.
Then take their oil. 25.
That's why I don't use oil washes. I got to keep the government out of my house.
I don't think it's the same oil, but sure. Funny joke. Funny guy. Funny guy.
I try. No, this is my very expensive way, by the way, of painting my Plague Marines and all my Chaos stuff. Because I do purple with gold trim.
Yeah.
But I spray paint everything gold first. So I can't paint trim without ruining it. So, is that dog hair? Gross. So I do the trim color as the undercoat and then just kind of paint up to the edge.
Okay.
My little pro tip for my trim.
It is a good trim.
It's very expensive because Retributor Gold is not a cheap spray.
It is not. Where's 25? Why is 25 on a different... Oh, GW.
Well, the 3D printers.
It's not. It's just because it was like magically, oh, this piece fits perfectly in this very specific spec section.
I didn't have time to chaosify it, so I just use all the Eye of Horus bits. So
use a transfer, you're fine, I'm sure.
Well, no, they all actually this Lancer kit from GW, the plastic one. They have regular shin guards and they have Eye of Horus shin guards.
Oh.
So I just use all the Eye of Horus stuff.
Apparently because it is a 30K kit, right?
Yeah, and that's why I had to wait for it off of eBay because they're sold out everywhere and GW stores don't carry them anymore.
Oh.
Yeah, I went to the GW store and they're like, "Oh, I wish I carried those." I'm like, "Me too."
Me too. Then did she ask you about your advent calendar? Because
okay, that one. I bought the advent calendar. It was $100. I didn't realize that until I got to the register. It had 24 different pin badges.
You were too polite to stop the sale immediately after that.
I feel if I was to stop the sale immediately after that, she will spend the rest of the day assuming that I am too poor to afford it, and I don't want people to think that of me. So I will never stop a sale. So I did not stop the sale, and all the pins were so heavy they fell into different days. So some days, like the first
days you got something, some days you didn't.
The first 2 days I did the advent calendar, I didn't get a fucking thing.
Christmas, you loser.
My son was opening his little Lego Spider-Man calendar. He's like, "Oh, I got a tree. I got this. What did you get, Dad?" I was like, "Oh, fucking nothing."
Fucking nothing.
Little dick, get out of here. No, and then some days I would get like 3 at once. It was I do have a bunch of rad pins for a bunch of different factions now. Which I'll take the factions I collect. They'll be going in my display case beside them as like a little. This is the logo for this shelf and similar. Because they had the Death Guard and a Chaos Knight one. Oh.
I have so many of those stupid pins like in cabinets that I just don't. I don't know.
I have a bunch of so now that I have a GW store local to me, I have a bunch of coins. Because I don't really know any hobby stores close to me, and the GW is like a really easy 20-minute drive away. Yeah. So I have if you spend $100, you get a coin. So a bunch of these random coins with different logos and stuff on them.
If you spend $100, they give you a coin.
Yeah, which is probably worth like $7.
Yeah.
worthwhile.
Let's not dig into that.
It's the nice GW. I should have bought the advent calendar that had all the art in it. Yes, yeah, that would have been a better one. But no, I just got pins, faction specific pins. If I were to wear them all at once, my T-shirt would turn into a V-neck because they are very heavy, good quality. I also went back and I bought a Christmas tree ornament because I'm like, that's really cool.
Yeah.
$30. I'm like, oh fuck. And it had guess what it had inside of the ornament?
What did it have inside?
Another friggin' pin badge. So 25 pin badges.
That's funny.
I'm just a sucker for like weird GW stuff. Like I bought.
You're just a sucker for a good pin, really.
Well, and I got like there's a Space Marine 2 like keyboard map. I got that. That was really cool. So that adorns my work desk. Like I was really tempted by the hat and scarf set, but they were ultramarine, and I'm like, I'm not that tempted.
Yeah, lazy, boring. All right, so we've built the first hoof and rock. Now we're building the second clawed foot.
Is there a second rock to put it on?
There is. There's actually two rocks, but there's one base rock that you have to put it in. So this unfortunately has to be a choice. I can't. It's gotta. We don't have an option here, guys.
Simply buy another kit for a second rock.
I am not spending $90 to buy another kit. But I will indulge my idea of 2 feet.
You're indulging your phrase this. You're indulging your quest for foot knowledge.
Yeah,
you're really intrigued what they look like.
Well,
like
maybe
if
they're just really. Maybe it's just a really cool idea. Who knows? And it is, yes, it's a very big tactical rock, actually. If you
think the designer redesigned the Demon Prince and was really happy with it, and then the product manager came in, or the project manager came in and be like, "Oh shit, no, it's meant to be like 3 inches tall. Oh damn it, let's throw a rock on it."
Yeah, put it.
And that's how they got to the height. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Don't go crazy, no, Dickie. He's going with 2 feet. Well, 2 different looking feet. Damn it, Joel.
I'm going too crazy.
I never go too crazy.
Look at this wet palette making me do 2 thin coats as opposed to 1 thicker coat in this purple.
2 thin coats. Weird.
It's almost like that's the entire paint range that I use.
Yeah, exactly.
That is. God, I love that paint range so much.
Yeah, so tell me why, like what is the factor that you really love about it? Like I've never used it before personally.
Yeah. So it's really like the paint formulation is really good. Pigmentation is really good. It's one of the best whites that I've used. Their Trooper white is like a fantastic white. But all of their paints are similar to GW, but a little different. They're all designed in like triads.
Yeah.
So each color comes with like a dark, a medium, and a light. So it makes it really easy, like especially when I have it organized on my little fancy racks against my wall. If I want to do purple, like I grab the amethyst rain, and then there's the sorcerer's cloak, and then the runic purple, and that's like one triad of colors. And it goes on really nice. And it's a really nice range. And then they've expanded like really smartly. So rather than just adding extra colors, they add extra things. So like Wave 2 included a lot of glazes. I do enjoy a good glaze every now and then, giggity. And then Wave 3 had a lot of colored metallics, which is super cool. Like for that one, I used to use, like they don't do it anymore. Remember the technical jewel paint they used to do?
Yeah.
So my old colored metallics for like Thousand Suns and stuff, I would just spray them silver and like dry brush it to like a good silver, and then I would put the colored metallic over, or the jewel paint over the top of that. And then it went away, so unable to do that anymore. But now like I have this whole range of cool metallic reds. There's like Scarab Red and Omega Blue, like Emperor's Purple. I wonder, what those ones are for. And then it's really easy to just sub to a Kickstarter.
Yeah, and just get
an entire like range of like 60 paints.
Yeah, that is cool.
That's probably the main thing. Yeah, no complaints so far. Like this wonderful paint vibrator I got. I don't know if you can hear that.
I can't. No one can hear that.
Yep. We're going to do that cool little little microphone words action. We're going to do some ASMR.
Mm. Oh my. Okay. So
by my rapidly moving finger, that's vibrating.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. I have both the foot or the dragon foot.
Camera cut time.
Oh yeah, that's me time. Okay. This is Demon Prince. These are the 2 foot options. So here's where I'm going here.
Okay.
Definite symmetry on the hoof. Them, since there's a hoof as well. I really wish I remembered that there's actually 2 feet options here, but
yeah.
The hoof is definitely symmetry, so it looks good. But I gotta say, the chaotic nature of the clawed foot, I'm kind of down with it.
Down with it. Little
I think it's a good story, if anything, as well, right?
Yeah.
Like if anyone looks at it, like why is his feet different? Well, there's a story for that I cannot remember right at this second.
You can remember that. You are a better man than me.
I think I'm gonna go with like not hoof. Is that crazy? Is it crazy that I'm doing this?
A little crazy. Like dancing in the rain when you're a teenage girl crazy, but you know.
Oh. Girls do that?
Yeah. How else are you meant to feel, live, laugh, love? I
don't know.
We have like this giant blank wall in our house that we had forgotten about for a while because the Christmas tree was in front of it.
Yeah.
I really want to get a big live, laugh, love sign. Throw it over the middle of there. Yeah,
Isn't that a really sad movie?
Live, laugh, love?
Yeah.
Isn't that just is that a movie?
Isn't it?
I don't think so. I think it's just a motivational sign that goes up over pieces.
I thought there was a Live, Laugh, Love movie.
There's like an Eat, Pray, Queef.
Eat, Pray, Love. Maybe.
Eat, Pray, Love. That's it. Yeah. Roberts. But yeah, I was, because otherwise, like, giant artwork is very expensive. I don't want to do an accent wall.
Yeah, fair enough. All right. Well, the foot is on the model.
No going back now.
No, this is his life now.
Any regrets in this moment?
No, I'm good.
Good.
Yeah.
He's a part bird.
No, it's not a bird foot. It doesn't have the same talon length like that a bird would have.
Beth told me it was a bird foot.
Is that it?
Mm-hmm.
What does he know?
Doesn't tell me anything.
It's not going well together though, sadly.
Oh no?
No, it's got a little gappy on the back.
Hey, Joel Adkins, it's just a really sad saying for unfulfilled housewives. Why does my wife say that then?
Oh no.
Ironic, I hope.
Okay, well, I guess I can make that work. See, I'm being self-conscious now that I can see it on him.
Are you gonna absolutely just hate it now?
No, it's part of me now. All right, let's get the bigger rock to go. Then you go
to the little rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I remembered about that Demon Prince kit is there's like a shitload of
yeah, you can like different weapons
variation.
Yeah. I kind of dig the AOS armor. But I would imagine in competitive events people would give me shit about the size.
I don't think anyone really knows what AOS looks like in competitive events.
Yeah, true.
That's an important thing to remember, right?
I mean, yeah. Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
You can just go and be like, well, that Vindicator over there, that's that was printed out at 0.9 size.
Yeah, true.
Get your scale up.
Get your scale up, bro.
Come at me.
Second tactical rock.
Yeah, I think Tuesday we'll fill out our LVO bingo card to fill out.
That'll be good.
Yeah, because like I said, I need to get this shit done.
Originally, for all 9 people now that are watching, clearly my foot stuff wasn't doing it.
Or my horrible first coats.
Yeah, or originally we were supposed to do a booth at LVO, if you remember.
Oh, we were, right?
We were.
Then only one of us could go.
And only one could go, and
well, because Frontline promised us a free booth if we were part of their network.
Yeah, it's true.
But the network died.
Yes, it did.
Which they're doing TikToks now.
Yeah, I see that guy doing TikToks. He's good.
Little Jake.
Yeah, he's doing fine.
Jake Jackson.
Jake Jacobson.
Yep. It's going to be really interesting this year at LVO, I think, because it's like none of the old guard really. Yeah, I don't know what to expect, you know.
I think it's going to be a great event. No,
30K nerds aren't really there.
Yeah. Okay, so 1, 2, 5, 8. 1. This is just.
Oh, it'll be great either way, of course, but you know.
Yeah.
This would be weird. Seeing from the outside for the first time in like forever.
Yeah. I think it'll be fine. I think you're going to have a blast.
Shit.
What'll be shitting?
I just got purple where I didn't want purple.
Okay, so the AOS guy kind of raises his arm higher.
Do it.
Than the other guy. Wow, this is I was not expecting this.
The amount of the choice in that kit. It's a great kit. And the $90 Canadian is for like all of the options you get, not necessarily the the size of the boy.
It's not the size of the boy.
Size of the boy. It's the amount of feet that he can have. Down 8 viewers.
That 8 viewers exactly.
To be fair, we spent a sizable chunk of Tuesday talking about foreskin.
Oh, that's what the people are here for, really, aren't they?
That's what, not the third skin.
Not the third skin. Well, I mean, it's at this point, it's just watching you paint a night chassis, and every once in a while, when I get excited about a different part I'm putting on my model, I switch the camera.
Yeah. You don't even have the Only Hands logo in there.
Oh, I don't. You're right.
See how the first year of LVO having SP outside of the late night unticketed event. What is SP? Oh, Shatterpoint. Oh, first year of Shatter. Oh yeah, Shatterpoint at LVO. That'll be good.
What did I call it on your thing? I just called it Only Hands. Okay, well that makes sense. And there's no Horus Heresy this year, I believe, right?
I think there's 30K. There's no Zol Mortalis, which was the cooler Horus Heresy.
Right.
Shame. But there is, I believe, 30K.
Nice.
But just like uncool standard 30K. Josh, you'll probably know if you're still there. Those guys are doing their own LVO for 30K in Seattle in February. Like, keep me to buy a ticket for and never do.
Okay.
Lots of concerned typing. Everything okay?
I'm not typing. I'm not typing. I'm trying to.
I'm trying to triple the RAM.
I'm trying to triple the RAM. No.
That's a deep cut there.
Yeah, that is a deep cut.
I love that movie so much.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my. You seem to work on that side of the desk, so I'm gonna go over here. There, you got picture in picture. You got both. Like, dude,
Whoa.
we're gaming, bro.
We're getting there.
We're gaming, bro.
What we really need to do is get just the same mat for both of us, so it can look like just one giant table.
No, wow. That's too much.
And then don't even have to worry about picture in picture. It's just picture.
It's just picture. It's not even picture in picture. It's picture.
So my kid keeps on watching Power Rangers, like the original 90s one.
Yeah.
But he keeps on wanting the fucking toys.
There's toys. Oh yeah, I guess there's toys.
But like he's like, how much is the Falcon Ninja Megazord or whatever the hell appeared today?
Yeah.
And like obviously they don't make them anymore. So I'm like, let's have a peek on eBay. And I'm like, bud, that's
too many.
$1,500.
Yeah,
oh, that's can I have that? I'm like, no.
No.
No. So yeah, it was
vintage toys became like a thing.
And then, well, dude, I went and we spent $40 on like a little janky beat up white tiger Zord.
Yeah.
And like little dude, like we paid half of it, but little dude saved his pocket money for like a month to buy this thing.
Yeah.
And it came in this week, and then the episode we watched today, the droid blew up. And he got replaced by a fucking Falcon.
They got to keep on making those money. You got to keep on shirking those monies, bro.
It was like, come on, man. He just got the thing.
That is.
He was like, it'll come back, right? I'm like, probably not. Maybe. Just make up your own stories.
The chest is really annoying to put on. It's just it's the angles. Like some of the angles on this like make no sense.
How much of that is like, do you think is like legitimately just trying to be like, 3D print this?
I just don't. I think, well, because they just 3D print the whole model, though. I don't think they actually 3D print the bits, right? Am I crazy?
Maybe. Here we go. 30K main event is going on. Not sure what small events managed to make it. I don't think any small events managed to make it. I think Vendor Space ate up all of the smaller events. Oh, I did get my Baron of Dice in today for my Chaos Knights, though.
Yeah, it's become. I think LVO's become more of a con, right? Like I think that was the kind of the design.
That's where they're going towards, because
which is okay, I guess. It's fine.
Like they announced like some girl gamer was going to be there.
I did see that. That was a weird one for me.
That was weird.
Yeah.
Like, glad she's coming. I hope she's going to have a good time. But did they pay for her to be there? Like, why would you announce that? Like a con?
Who even is she?
Like,
are we that far out of the loop that we have no idea who she is?
Yeah, apparently we were out of the loop. Yeah, like Art of War, did they get like a little
Well, no, if I remember the relationship with Frontline Gaming and Art of War, no, 100% they did not get any kind of.
Come on now. They were advertising a mat.
They were on the No Open too. So that was one of the most funny things that ever happened.
Yeah. That No Open stream was good though.
That was a lot of fun. I had a blast with that. Was all Val and mine creation of the stream element. Obviously, it was created by Peter and Val and
you and Open too.
Yeah, maybe.
Like, if you told Val,
he wouldn't do it, but yeah.
If you told Val there was a Old World one.
Oh, he would do it yesterday. Yeah.
Do all the setup and the tech stuff and organization, and then last minute be like, oh, it's actually 40K.
Oh, he would hate me forever.
Probably like a week or two.
Yeah.
Get over it.
You would get over it fast. Didn't know there was beef. Oh man. Yeah, downvoting people. Get me drunk next time you see me somewhere. And I'll regale you with the story.
I'm putting people. I'll be in Vegas.
Oh yeah, I guess you could get him drunk and he could tell you the story. I could tell you the second part of this story when John Lennon. That was one of the better parts of that story.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
It's been like content creation is weird right now.
For 40K or just in
yeah, for 40K.
Tell me more.
It's just all of these new things are popping up, and now screaming at a Clouds man, you know. And I don't,
I think so. Yeah,
I just don't understand. Yeah,
I think at the end of the day, a stream like this is just like we're just kind of hanging out, spending time with. I would imagine this would be a lot more awkward if it was just you, like
I've
awkwardly
seen
painting
people
and
do solo streams,
yeah,
and I don't think I could pull it off.
yeah. I don't think I can pull it off either.
Those are difficult.
I need the comfort of
Someone else
you or
solidarity.
yeah to chat with, and then
Yeah, I like Wes Hammer. I don't understand that. Like, very successful, very well produced stuff. Looks great. Good release schedule, but I don't understand it.
yeah.
Well,
but that's also he has way more viewers than we do, so maybe
that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't get it. Like, independent characters has been back for a while, but I haven't really paid attention to it.
Yeah, we tried the Twitch thing for a while, and I just like the YouTube platform better. I think John does as well.
Oh, for why we're not on Twitch?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought about it. But like the only time we really used it was at the start when we were doing like Frontline Gaming Network stuff with Grim. And we had like the restream thing, which gave us like Twitch and YouTube and Facebook all at the same time.
Yeah.
But it just made it confusing because like I was like, wow, shit. No one really watched on Facebook. Like, cool, but if you add all three together, you know, and it was just when we went to just YouTube,
it was just easier
and then like the viewers followed, and we didn't have to split them between three.
Yeah.
And like, what's your ad platform of choice?
Yeah. Also, like, yeah, it's just easier to stream too as well. That you don't have to have the restream was actually expensive as well.
Yeah, do you remember Val accidentally went from a trial period to an actual period, and it cost him like $1,000 or something like that?
Yeah, well, he paid for the year, which was, yeah, it is it is expensive. So I'm glad we don't do that anymore. Also, like like a lot of the times when I was doing like the Thursday show, or I guess Meta Chasers now. The restream would just die.
Yeah.
And like you were like, oh, well, we're not streaming to anybody. And that like never happens with YouTube.
No.
So.
Very stable.
Yes, very well, yeah.
We have tried the old TikToks though.
Well, yeah, we gotta advertise. We gotta get the view count up somehow.
Well, it's funny because we were like, oh shit, people are watching it. Oh, we should have done this a long time ago. But then like we talk about doing stuff for like the longest time. Yeah. And then we just don't. So it seems strange that we finally are.
Well, it's probably a good thing.
Probably.
It's probably a good thing. We're just hanging out, building models and chit-chatting.
Yeah. All 10 of us. Yeah, but you guys, hopefully you're hobbying or doing something that isn't just watching me poorly put on purple. As this is like, dude, I painted this color scheme for like 5 years and I haven't done it in like a year and a half and I forgot how it works. So this night is not going to be to the standard of my War Dogs, but oh buddy, we're going to be battle ready.
They're banning TikToks in the US. Is that from the China? Is it
because 19th? Apparently, it has to either divest from Chinese ownership or sell to or be banned.
Okay.
From the China. God, I'll just flip on that VPN and keep looking at reborn dolls.
Please don't. It's gross.
I'm just fascinated by the psyche of people. Like
people are brutal, dude. Like they're
this woman very calmly explaining why it's perfectly normal, and like just making me feel. I love videos where I'm made to feel like I'm not the weird one or I'm the weird one for questing it. You know what I mean? Where very clearly she's the weird one for doing it.
It's like the people that have you ever watched those like weird like they eat dumb stuff or like I remember there was a girl that ate glass or something.
Yeah.
And you're just like, what is that? And like she was
what is even going on with this world? And like, everyone's just like, I love things like that, which make me question whether I'm the crazy one for questioning it. If you believe it so much, all power to you. But also, can you imagine that nice daughtery old, like 80-year-old grandma who sees a baby in a stroller? It's like, oh, that's so sweet. And she goes and touches it. And it's just cold, rubbery silicone. Ugh.
I mean, it probably comes, you know what, like everything like this, it probably comes from a really like good place. Like, you know, you can't have kids or you've lost something and you just need
I
something
think it
to,
comes from severe psychological trauma, personally.
yeah. And it's going to a really dumb, dark place. And it's like people are just using, it's just people suck. People suck.
But yeah, no, dude, I've ruined my TikTok For You page for the next at least month
Yeah.
by the sheer amount of these things I watched. Close friends of mine, if you expect a birthday or Christmas present, you will get children. Just coming. I tell you what I got Danny for Christmas, by the way, Dickie.
No.
It's fantastic.
The wordplay they use were really unfortunate. Like, it's
Oh yeah, yeah. So for Danny's Christmas, I got him something that's like very sentimental. It reminds me of your father. Like I built it up like all this other kind of stuff. But really, I love a good juxtaposition.
Yeah.
And I love the idea of this like very high profile lawyer desk having just a ridiculous item on it. So got him a lamp that was in the shape of a penguin. And the bulb was at its crotch. Like, you know how penguins warm eggs?
Yes.
But when you turn it on, Danny says it's insanely bright, by the way. But when you turn it on, it just looks like it has glowing balls. Which I was not aware of. So yeah, it's just a penguin, and he has it proudly on his little lawyer desk. Makes me very happy. Because can you imagine? I'm sorry this has happened to you, Mrs. Smith. We're going to make sure that the perpetrator pays for his crimes. Ignore that. It's just a penguin lamp.
Yeah. Is that a penguin on your desk?
Here, let's look at the case files a little more closely. Please tickle the penguin balls.
No, that's how you turn it on.
There's those weird lamps that look like they have foreskins on them, and you just pull them back, and that's how you turn them on.
Yeah, see, your TikTok is a fucking horror show, John.
Oh, dude, you don't even know the half of it. This is just the stuff I can say on stream.
Good golly.
Yeah, it's not a happy place. It's like the anti-Disney world.
All right, we have the upper trapezic arms, and we have.
I'm sorry, not all of us went to Canadian schools. Can you tell me what a trapezic is?
His neck is basically his neck. His neck and his arm are on the one low. I did low outstretched, not high outstretched.
What made you make that choice without even a viewer poll?
I don't know. I just went with my gut. I'm sorry, viewers.
That's fair.
Sorry,
That's
all 8 of you. We're on a steady decline. Every time
we
I
keep
ask,
talking about real dolls.
Yeah, real dolls and babies. Every time I ask a question, we seem to lose 5 viewers. So I just didn't want to ask any more questions.
That's still 8 more than we should have. That's fine.
Sure. Yes. All right, we got tactical rock. We got arm. What the hell else do we need?
Do you think there's like a pool with the GW designers about who can sneak the most tactical rocks in their models?
I think it just adds a different piece of height, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's probably all they do it for.
It's always a rock.
Yeah. Okay. Before I choose the next arm, I'm actually gonna look and see what options they are because I did this wrong. I don't want to.
Yeah, that Demon Prince kit is rad.
It's really cool. Oh, see, I would have screwed it up. Okay, perfect.
How would you screwed it up?
Apparently I would have used the wrong arm on him. So I have to use the different arm.
Isn't there like a 40k arm?
Yeah, well, he has so Demon Princes have a gun for some unknown reason, and it's a terrible gun.
The warp bolter, right?
Yeah. Oh no, did I put the wrong arm on altogether? Oh, see, this is unfortunate.
I don't think people give a shit. Did you just forget to put the bolter on?
Well, he has like a bigger gauntlet, like a gauntleted arm. Oh no!
Rip and tear.
Rip and tear, bro.
Rip and tear. At least you caught it now before the glue fully set, you know?
Yeah, I got it. I got it. We did it. Okay. My bad. My bad. Okay, we're well onto the 40K section now, and
Mistakes have been made.
Yeah, I'm sorry, viewers, for that.
How dare you?
Viewer. I'm sorry for that.
Yeah, yeah.
45.
I keep on looking up and realizing I'm actually holding all of the pieces I'm painting off screen, which probably
I do that all the time.
Which probably doesn't help either.
Like I have it up way high, so like the view is dumb too.
Yeah,
man, I'm there with you. Because you can't just start streaming randomly and think you're going to be pretty good at it. It's basically.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. I'm sure if nothing else, it'll force me to keep painting. Start a Twitch channel.
Painting, baby.
No, so I had my dice arrived from Baron of Dice today.
Section out.
Yeah. I ordered my
Tell me about these dice, by the way.
Oh yeah, dude, they're just Chaos Knight symbols. But honestly, I really like Baron of Dice. They don't even give us money, but he's always a super cool guy. There's one time I drunkenly ordered some Blood Angel dice. And I love squared edges. I hate rounded edges. And I ordered the wrong thing, so I was like, shit. So I just emailed him. He's like, I got you.
Why? That's an interesting. So why do you not like rounded edges?
They're for the poors.
Wow, that's a hot take.
I don't know if that's true or not.
No, let's just keep going down this dark rabbit hole.
I don't know. I always feel fancier when I roll rounded dice, and it's strange. It makes no sense. It has no bearing in reality.
Zero, actually.
It's just a feeling that I get. Is that I really like the Age of Sigmar section? No.
No, there's some still good parts on it. But I kind of want this guy to look 40K. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think there's ever a worry of me playing Age of Sigmar anytime soon.
So. No, I keep threatening to do it. Like I'll buy the models and I'll start painting them, and I'll get really excited about it. Then I'll play like a turn of a game.
Yeah,
I'll be like, I don't like this.
Yeah,
which is a shame because their model range is so much better than 40K.
Good. Like this Demon Prince is so good.
Like all of their centerpiece models, the Waveatar, I forget a guy's name. He's really cool.
Yeah.
The Giant Tree Boy. Oh. The Gash is great. Giant Chaos Dragon Man. These are obviously all official titles.
Oh yeah, of course.
Love them all to death. I just don't like the game. Downvoting people saying, read the instructions, Dickie. That just seems like, unnecessary.
I was reading. Sorry, I just got I just kept going basically, and the way they do their rules, it's AOS tends to get the first crack at the rules, and then 40K gets the second crack at the rules. So, I'm sorry. I will do better.
Fair.
He has it's really interesting. So he has almost like a tentacle system coming out of his heart, I believe.
It's love bullets. They come from the heart.
Yeah, it is it's bolted to his chest, which would be really painful.
Well, it is a Slaneshi Demon Prince.
Or Khorne, either one.
Or Khorne, yeah.
My Khorne, much like you, I have a pale skinned Angron.
Yeah, dude, it just looks really nice.
Yeah, I have mine's not completely done yet, but he has parts of him that are going red, and some that are pale,
like Red Hulk style, like getting angry.
He's slowly getting there, yeah.
Like an old 40s cartoon trying to show kind of emotion through skin color.
That's right. Yes, exactly.
Was it someone had a really good idea. Remember we did the question on Tuesday about replace one character in a 40k with
Muppet, yeah.
Everyone, one person is real, everyone else is a Muppet. What do you choose? I put down Hive Tyrant is the real person in the Infinite and the Divine, and then everyone else is a Muppet. And I love the thought of just the confused screeching of the Hive Tyrant.
Yeah.
I think I didn't even consider it being like a non-human as that role, and that's just fantastic. The idea of like a Muppet movie where the only real thing is a dog. They desperately try and act around it.
All right, we're on to chest plates now. Oh, I see what this weird concoct. It's just an underpad. It's just an underpad, guys. Just don't worry about it.
What's an underpad?
Well, his little skull tentacle thing under an underpad for his.
Not a real thing.
Well, I mean, none of this is a real thing, John. So.
And false.
False?
Several people have told me they're demon princes.
The Prince of Demons?
Yeah. Princely.
Okay. Presley? Like
Yeah.
the famous YouTuber that plays video games? Are your kids into YouTube video watching game things?
Not my youngest yet, thankfully.
No.
I am though.
It's an awful experience, and I hope your kid doesn't get into it.
I very much enjoy a couple of British YouTubers that I watch frequently.
Yeah.
From the Yogs cast.
Oh.
I began watching them like 10 years ago, 15 years ago. They did like Minecraft things.
Yeah.
They kind of moved past that, but they've kind of gone back to it, and it's all retro and nice. And then there's the Spiffing Brit, and his channel is just him exploiting games.
That's pretty fun.
Not like sexually, but just finding glitches, and he is very into Skyrim.
Oh, okay.
And that game has so many glitches. So he just breaks that game frequently. He does like the fortify restoration loop. And he did it so much on this dinner fork. He like the weakest weapon he could find was like a dinner fork, and he made it like one hit kill everything and regenerate every single piece of his health with dual wielding forks.
Dual wielding forks.
Spiffing is great with Crypt Shadow. Like I love his stuff. And yeah, he does a very great presentation. Fun fact: when he started his YouTube channel, he never really shows his face, but he uses stock imagery and like just to convey emotion, and it was really great and it worked great. But then he started getting copyright strikes from stock images.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So he had to invent his own stock images that he puts his own Spiffing Brit like grid filter over, similar to like Adobe.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's fantastic. And it's just these are people, and then another guy's called Angry Tom, and he is just he plays very chill games or horror games, but he has just the most chill voice, and it's very relaxing.
Why is he angry?
I think it's an ironic name. I don't think he's ever been upset. Like he'll fuck up in a game like shit. Yeah. That's about the extent of my YouTube gaming though. Because I tried other stuff. Like I tried like Jesse Cox. Didn't like being screamed at a bunch, and a lot of it just seems to be like, bro, what are you doing, bro?
Yeah,
that's bullshit, bro. Camping. I don't like it. Oh, Maxor. Josh told me about Maxor. Maxor is fantastic. That man puts like 8,000 hours of video editing into one shit post, and it's fantastic. He just badly explains games. But mostly I use YouTube for like comedy and other things like Red Letter Media I do a lot of. And then Red Letter Media I watch a lot of their stuff too. It's just old crotchety guys that love movies but are mad at them.
All right. I can take on that.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Audrey. I dare you to watch Afman. I hope that's a typo.
Well, write it down. There you go.
Afman, yeah.
She's helping you out.
APH. At least I hope so. Yeah, like luckily my kids, like when my 5-year-old comes down and he's like, "Oh, you watching Minecraft?" I'm like, "Nope." I turn it off because you know we're not encouraging that. What about you? Are your kids, your daughter, subjecting you?
Well, yeah. So well, since COVID, kids are iPad addicted now, right?
Oh yeah.
So I'm kind of not a hard ass, but I hate certain shows. Like if she's not watching a show for value,
Mm-hmm.
I just don't. I'm like she can't watch this filth.
Trash.
Yeah. So I like her watching like shows that she's gonna learn and help read. So she's like trying to get through reading. She knows how to read a little bit, but like I want her to like your world opens up when you can start doing that stuff. So well, she'll get there. But I think right now I just want her to get more value out of her shows.
Yeah. There's a lot of junk out there.
Oh, but yeah, it's brutal.
There's a lot of purple.
I mean, that's very purple.
Very purple.
That reminds me of so since I was playing Rivals and Hawkeye, known for wearing purple in his outfit, and when he kills someone, he gets a voice line. He goes, "And you thought purple was stupid."
You're like, yeah,
did. It's actually a great little game. It's a lot of fun.
What was that? Do you see that Saturday Night Live sketch they did with Hawkeye, where it's they spoof the end of the Avengers, like the first Avengers movie, and Renner's there, and he's in his like little like Halloween Hawkeye costume.
Yeah,
and he's like, "Well, I'm going home," and like Captain America's like, "There's still thousands of aliens." They're like, "Yep, I'm out of arrows." Like, how many did you take? And it was like, all of them, like 12.
All 12 arrows.
All 12. And he's like, "And you shot them?" I was like, "Yep, 12 of them are dead." Oh, yeah.
So what do you think? Were you an MCU guy?
I was an MCU guy.
Are you still like obviously Wolverine versus
Hulk?
Wolverine versus Deadpool?
Uh-huh.
I was gonna say you watched that.
Did enjoy that one.
You did, yeah.
To be fair, I enjoyed the other ones too. I liked the Marvels.
Okay.
I thought that was a fun movie. The like some of the
fight with the girl one with Samuel, right?
Yeah, they rushed it, and they shouldn't. Like there's parts like it's the first superhero movie I've seen in like a decade where I watched it and I left with like, man, they needed 30 more minutes in that movie.
Yeah,
to expand some of those things, but I enjoyed it. I didn't like Black Panther 2.
I didn't either.
That just felt silly. Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited. Like the Agatha Harkness thing was really good.
I thought that was fantastic, actually.
Like a lot of stuff was really good. I need to watch Skeleton Crew though.
I watched the first episode. I thought it was good.
Yeah. And I've just ignored it.
I think they're trying to do better.
Yeah. It's Disney. They just want their money for what money's worth.
Well, yeah, man.
Like, fair enough, right?
I mean, who doesn't? But no, I enjoyed the first episode. I haven't gone back I haven't had time to go back and
yeah. Who has the time?
Not really me.
Right, now we're back and fix the gold in the big guy. I missed a bunch.
Like gold.
I'm a paintbrush sucker, by the way.
I did notice that.
Yep.
I think people did comment on that last.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I tend to. That's how I fix the tip.
You fix your tip.
Yep. By sucking on the paintbrush until it's at a good point.
I've heard that that's not necessarily a good thing that we do that.
No, my brushes do not last long at all. Very rough on them.
Yeah.
But that's okay. They like it. It's fine.
Well, I mean, they like you to buy new brushes, so I guess yeah.
I do. It's terrible when the GW store manager down in South Hill over here, or South End, I always forget place names. She doesn't know my name, but she knows I'm into buy shit. Like, hey, back again. I'm like, I don't come in that often, and then I'm actually, I do.
I just suck my brushes, you know.
Suck the brush again.
I suck the brush.
Oh man, do you have any tournaments coming up?
Yeah, we have. I think in February. Oh no, sorry, January 30th. We have like a little 1-day team practice thing at Chimera Games. And so we're gonna be there. And then what else?
You said Chimera Games, right?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
The little mythical beast thingy. So we're going there, and then after that we have in February we have a big just a 1-day team event, and then a lot of our bigger events are later in the year. But we do a lot of team prep for that stuff.
Prepping your little Euro trip.
We're prepping, yeah, lots of prepping.
How's that going?
It's good.
You guys feel confident this year?
Team Canada?
Yeah.
We haven't. We have a top 20 right now, so there's just 20 players. So we haven't.
How many initial applicants did you get?
This year, I believe we had 38 applicants. So we've already done like the first cut.
And why aren't you doing it like an American Idol style competition?
Why are we not doing it like
yeah. So like you have players come up and they stand on the stage in front of you, and they're like, "Hi,
yeah,
my name's Francois. I'm 32 and I'm from Quebec. And I'm a Necron main. And then you're like, hey, show us what you can do. And then they just,
they have to play a full game while we watch them.
Yeah. And then you guys are sitting there with like your fingers on the X buzzers.
Yeah.
And then like Dickie, you hit the golden buzzer, like in America's Got Talent.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, we got to have him. I'm sorry, he's made it through to finals week. You could finance some of your trip doing that. I'm just saying.
So we don't have the time nor the energy to do that.
I would pay the hell out of just
us being tortured by
a bachelor style competition where it's the the Survivor where everyone gets handed their tape measure and it's like, Dickie, you have one tape measure left. Who are you choosing to keep on the team? Like, this is so hard. I like you guys so much.
It's a new experience, like team like creation and team that team dynamic of that stuff. So yeah.
Well, it's hard telling people no, right? Because you have a bunch of people who are like super passionate about their hobby.
It's so hard to tell someone no that they're not good or
not good enough.
Not up to like they're like and like I will say that everyone that applies, it has one giant events and are very good players.
Do you worry that if you come home and it's like you mid-tabled, you're gonna have like 15 people like, I would have fucking won?
No.
Is there bitter people?
No, I'm not. I don't. I do think I do find that there is I call it scalping.
Okay.
It's a trend that I've noticed.
Is there one of the Team Canada people in the Discord who has a suspiciously American accent?
No.
I was like, you have a grandfather from Toronto, from New York, right?
No, I think what I'm referring to is so what happens is like someone will beat a Team Canada player in a game of chance and dice.
Yeah.
And basically go, oh, they shouldn't be on the team because I beat them, or I should be on the team instead of them because I beat them.
Oh,
almost like we're choosing players via Highlander rules. that is slightly off-putting when that happens.
But then all I would do was find out which Team Canada player was playing in an event, build a list that specifically countered that one list, come in like 18th out of 19 players and be like, well, I beat him.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Canada initiative.
Yeah, it's so scalping. It does happen, and it's a little frustrating. But oh well.
Yeah. Trenton, you says, is there any chance that we'll get a new Mob Rules episode this year? Where did that come from? And Joel says, I'm going to get back to you, but Joel says, what is your palette, John? Is that one of the Poppet? Yeah. So for my dropper bottles, I use a stress toy, the Poppets, and then transfer it after people yelled at me to a wet palette, but purely because if you look at this red part right here, when I pop it out, the paint just comes right off, and it's very easy to clean. So pro tip, if you have dropper bottles, stress toys, little Poppets for dropper bottles, those work fantastically for keeping your paint separated.
Pro tip.
Pro tip. See, you learned something now.
Wow.
Yeah, but you didn't think that.
I did not think we would learn anything.
How's this asshole look? Like he needs a lot of washes. What always depresses me though, I put these parts on, like I put the armor panels on, and it just covers so much of the goddamn model that I painted.
Well,
like, yeah, good. Thanks for making me paint these bits, GW. I love it. I can see like all these bits right here. Like I spent time there. Can't tell, but I did.
Do you tend like you only hobby when there's an event coming up, or do you always kind of hobby?
If there's an event coming up, I have a reason to, if that makes sense.
Your motivation is at
I need a reason to, and like because I have like all these, like I've been sitting on these like 15 jump pack intercessors for like 2 months.
Yeah.
And then like I have jump pack intercessors, and I need to like, and streams like this, honestly, like if no one watched, I would still do, because it forces me to sit at a desk and just hobby for a while.
Yeah.
Because yeah, sometimes I find every excuse not to. And yeah.
Okay.
What about you? Are you a hobbyer, or are you an eventer?
I feel like I'm more of an eventer. But I definitely understand the whole hobby, the hobbyer aspect of it. I would say if there's projects I'm excited to do,
yeah,
I would be more of a hobbyer type of guy.
Like I was excited to do this night because this kit was like a joy to put together.
Yeah.
Those Inceptors, they were not a joy to put together. So I was less excited about those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need something. I wasn't like, I wanted to take Blood Angels LVO so bad, but then like a couple of weeks where I looked back and I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to paint 1,500 points in a month.
Well, you got to kind of know your limit, kind of thing.
And also, like, I can go down, have a couple drinks, get relaxed, and play fine with Chaos Knights. I cannot do that with my low glass hammery Blood Angels.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's a quick way to go 0-6 with 30-minute rounds.
I am really struggling here.
What are you struggling with?
His arm, it doesn't make a lick of sense how I'm putting it on here.
He is demonic.
Yeah. The points are really weird. But I'm just gonna glue it and hope for the best.
As for Mob Rules episode, probably. We do like to throw those out occasionally. We always joked that whenever it was like a crunch heavy, like actual gameplay talking episode, it was just a Mob Rules. Which makes no sense because not like that was ever ever crunch or gameplay heavy.
That was never that.
But yeah, we'll probably throw one out. But just, I mean, here's the problem though. What differentiates a Mob Rules from a Grim After Dark?
They're pretty much the same, right? Like for the most part.
For the most part, Grim is just the evolution of Mob Rules with visual elements. And like even before we started working with like Dickie and Val, we started trying to incorporate visual stuff. Like we like had like a little set in my old tiny house. We're trying different things. But yeah, so like Grim is sort of like a natural evolution. So I would argue that Grim is just mob rule.
Oh.
But we do have that sweet intro video, so you know.
Gotta use that, man.
Got to use assets. So maybe there'll be like a mob rules section or segment of Grim. But we got to find a purpose. Maybe that's community trash. Because you're under mob rule, right?
Maybe the hobby stream just becomes your mob rules.
Oh, but that Only Hands bumper is fire. And I really like Only Hands.
Oh, here, wait, let's do it. Let's do it. We can
throw it up.
Step right up to the grim dark scene where miniatures need painting, know what I mean? Brushes dancing, those paints are flying. You might look bad, but we're really trying.
Shit.
That was the bumper intro / song parody section of Mob Rules.
and then look at the bottom there, the little Only Hands logo that I made up last Saturday night very quickly.
You've outdone yourself.
I'm gonna throw that on a shirt. Like no doubts about it. That's a cool shirt.
It is a cool shirt.
And yeah, I don't know, it's so hard, right? Because I mean, okay, Shenton Yen, back to you. What is a Mob Rules episode to you? Like, what specifically about that do you miss? Because, like I said, I would argue we're just doing the same shit, but just with a Grim logo.
Maybe my self-conscious maybe just take me out of the mix. There you go.
No, dude, you do all the hard work now. We had
you can put your own goddamn episodes on.
usually well, remember it was always best as a 3. Because it went it started, it was just me, Danny, not Danny was later. It was me and Ted and then Phil, the Glacial Geek, and then Phil got big and kind of moved out of state and did his own stuff, and he's doing amazing. And then we added Dave, and then Ted left, and we brought Danny in, and then Dave left, and then it was just sort of me and Danny, and that was cool for a while. But like, I like the vibe of a 3 is like way better.
Yeah.
Oh, and Chantan, it was like, don't apologize, man. Like, you asked a very interesting question that made me think. Is like, hey, what is the difference? Always tempted to, because I do, man. That theme song does give me the little fun chills. But it was also another thing where I did a crap load of work for that podcast. Like I had show notes and topics and things for us to talk about, and I do less work for Grim. But it's still a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
It's the bits really that take up the most time.
Anytime someone kind of asks about like, oh, should I do it? And I always say like, okay, well, how many hours a week do you have to basically set on fire and never have to think about it again? Because it is legitimately hours a week that you kind of.
So whenever anyone's ever asked me about content creation and they're like, well, I love this stuff. I mean, cool. How do you feel about talking about it? Like when you fucking hate it?
Yeah.
Because those are the hardest. Like, it's like, I think one of our benefits is kind of like we release fairly frequently. Like we don't really take a huge amount of breaks. We're there every week. Back when it was Mob Rules, we were there every other Tuesday. Like we recorded religiously. And it's really hard when you just couldn't give a shit about Warhammer. And there were plenty of weeks where we came together to record, and neither of us really wanted to talk about Warhammer, but you got to, because you committed. And especially when it came to when we started taking money on Patreon, that was one of the reasons we didn't want to, and like we do now. But like, be committed. If you're taking money for people, you have to provide a service.
Fucking right.
So imagine you wake up and you're like, oh, I just don't give a shit about Warhammer right now. But you've got to. So if you can talk for like an hour and a half, 2 hours about something you love that you just can't be bothered with, go ahead and do it. But just realize there are going to be those days. There's going to be days that it's sort of ruins your hobby a little bit.
Yeah,
Seems dramatic, but it's true.
it is true.
Because Dickie, I'm sure like streaming, because you did the official GW streams, and I'm sure that affects it like your view of the hobby.
Yeah, big time.
So yeah,
it's I think the best way to explain it is once you learn how the sausage is made, it's far less glamorous than
what's the grossest job you've had?
the grossest job.
Yeah, I'll tell you my grossest job. I worked at a slaughterhouse.
Oh, did you?
At the end of the production line, where I had to cut meat down to size. But then I also got overtime every day because I cleaned out the abattoir room where all the corpses went.
That is pretty gross.
It was a fun smell that I still remember to this day.
Yeah. No, you got me beat on that one.
Never worked at a slaughterhouse, huh?
Never worked at a slaughterhouse. You win, John. You had a grosser job.
Let me tell you, the dude who there was one guy, the front of the line, or the very first guy in the line. His sole job was to bolt cows.
Yeah.
So there's one guy stood in line and put a bolt to a cow's head, shot it, air, like and there will be blood, like same kind of style.
Yeah.
That's all he did all day. And then the next guy, like, this is going to get real graphic, slit throat, and then hung the back leg on the thing. And that's all those two guys did. Okay. Those two guys, the funniest people I've ever met.
Really?
They had just the best sense of humor. And it's the weirdest thing. I guess when you just have an incredibly morbid job, you just kind of, find
they probably just didn't even think about it like that.
No. Yeah. Done it for years.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That was fun. Summer when I was 16.
Summer when you were 16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same year, I got driving lessons in the UK. It's much harder to get a driver's license in the UK. And I kept panicking, trying to drive a manual car. And the instructor pulled over. And he tried to calm me down by telling me a story about making a fishing lure and focus and all that stuff. I was like, "Mister, that's real nice, but I could give two shits about fishing." So,
oh no,
yeah, went real rough.
And you failed.
And I just stopped trying. I didn't get my license until I moved to the States. And when I moved to the States, I got my first license in Spokane, Washington. And I fucked up the parallel park. I drove through a four-way stop without stopping. I did something else wrong. And they told me verbatim, "Well, you did this. And I'm like, "Oh, well, shit, I failed. That's embarrassing." And they're like, "Well, just learn, practice when you're out there. Here's your license."
Practice when you're out there.
Yeah. Hashtag America.
Make America great again.
Yeah. I lost all confidence in the driver system over here at that point. I went very, very carefully from then on.
I learned something this week that made me lose hope in the society.
Oh, good.
And I can tell you guys about it too, since you can lose hope with me. I'll ruin everybody. So my wife was reading an article, and apparently,
let your wife read?
Yep. Yeah, I let her read. She's a smart lady. I love her to death. Okay, honey, you can go away now. She was telling me that the baby formula people have been petitioning the U.S. government for I don't know how long to reduce the amount of time women can be on mat leave in the United States.
Really?
Because if they're breastfeeding, they're not buying baby formula.
That is horrifically capitalistic.
And that I was like, oh, when you just hear something and you're just like, oh.
You can see sort of that all male boardroom just being like, I've got an idea. What if we force them back into the workplace?
Yeah.
That's awful.
It's not great.
I am lucky to work with a company that gives very good paid leave. That stuff.
Yeah. Well, and also you had all your kids, but yeah.
True. Well, even like when I was just like a little retail boy, I got like 6 weeks paid.
Yeah.
And as a non-birth parent in the US, that's insane. And they just increased it to, I think, 12 weeks.
Oh God, Crypt Shadow. Wait, you should hear what they did in Africa. Oh God.
Oh
please.
yeah, Nestle's a monster. I had a guy who used to work for me when I worked in the stores, and he was horrified by Nestle and just very anti-Nestle. He was like, "I'm not going to buy a single Nestle product again." And I'm like, "Buddy, you're going to struggle because Nestle owns everything and makes everything."
Yeah.
He's like, "Well, I'm really going to try." I'm like, "You try, buddy. I believe in you, but I don't believe that you will actually not buy a single Nestle product because they are eponymous with that or eponymous with everything."
It's like so tragic. Like it's just so tragic.
Failed as intended.
Yeah.
And well, Dickie, I think I'm going to finish washing these panels.
Yeah, I've
As we
sadly,
just
we bring this show down. More people are here now, which is weird. But
we've been streaming for over 2 hours, which is
we're at 2 hours and 12 minutes. Okay, so where did I get to?
where did you get to?
So I have Demon Prince. I have his arm here. I could probably attach it and
Do it because I'm going to finish washing these panels.
Yeah, I'm gonna attach it. I'll go back to your stream is more interesting, but
It's just me drowning things in Drushi Violet. It's how I get my gold to look like brass.
So let's add this arm.
If you were the Warhammer community page, you'd say it was heavily burnished.
Oh, it's heavily burnished. Okay, what kind of arm? Oh, he's got like a little back arm pose thing going on. All right, there you go. There we go. There we go. Sometimes I think I'm Bob Ross talking like, and this pretty little boy, pretty bird, wonderful mountain range.
Nice bush.
All right. Okay, we got. All right. I've achieved a 2-arm Demon Prince.
That's an Urban Dictionary call right there.
And thank you, chat. He's got 1 hoofed foot and 1 clawed foot.
Perfection.
Just to make people mad.
Let me see. Can we go pro with this? Let me freak people out here. I just turned on my camera.
Yeah.
Here it's going to source.
Oh, that's better. That's a better view. Like there.
Beautiful. Yeah. See, I switched camera midway through just to end the stream.
I'm impressed, actually.
I know. Here, actually, let me get my boom. Terrible green screen out of the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's been Only Hands. This is my little Knight Valiant that I use for reference because he's the only knight I've painted that I really like.
I hope the Valiant comes back one day.
I hope it does. Well, Tyrant with Spear or whatever it is. Dickie and I are going to be back on Tuesday. Grim After Dark, same time, 9 p.m. Eastern. Right? No, 10 p.m. Eastern. What am I even talking about?
Yep.
7 p.m. Best Coast time. We will be talking about LVO prep as I prepare to leave for Las Vegas. We're going to help me make a bingo card that I can secretly make fun of people with. And then probably just random internet stuff. Maybe we'll bring back the Mob Rules theme.
Maybe for a show. Yeah,
maybe for a show. Who knows? We'll throw it down
next week. Wait, so next week, next Saturday, you're going to be gone at LVO.
Next Saturday, I'll be on at LVO. But,
it's a lot better.
Either Danny can come in or
if you remember,
I can also call in via cell phone. And I can give you updates from the floor. And we can wander around. We'll play by ear. We'll see what's it. But for Only Hands, I've been John.
I've been Dickie.
And we will see you next time.
Step right up to the grim dark scene where miniatures need painting, know what I mean? Brushes dancing, those paints are flying. You might look bad, but we're really trying.